Hi, I'm Roxana Cardos. I'm a business psychologist working as an ADHD entrepreneur coach. And because part of your ADHD treatment is really understanding your brain, I'm here to give you your weekly dosage of ADHD knowledge. Today, I want to talk about your negativity bias. Unfortunately, the ADHD brain has a stronger negativity bias than the rest of the population, which means that bad is stickier than good, and we have to work twice as hard in order to remove this or to make it better. And I promised you last week that I'm going to explain to you how you're going to be able to put your strengths to work. If you haven't seen the video, click here and watch the video. But basically, you need to work twice as hard in order to make the good stick. Let me first tell you about a part of your brain which is called the reticular activation system, RES. This part of your brain works like a bouncer. It doesn't let all the information come in because we're going to go crazy if that's going to happen. So if I'm going to hear all the noises around me, I'm going to feel the temperature, I'm going to feel the texture of the clothes on me, I'm going to, I don't know. There's always a lot of things going around us. And rest helps us keep something in focus, basically. So whenever we tell our brain this is important to us, the brain is going to fade out everything around us, and we're just going to be able to hyper focus on that one thing. There are four things that automatically go through your REST, reticular activation system. Number one is your name. This is also called the cocktail effect. So when you're going to be in a busy room, there's going to be a lot of noise, and you're going to be focusing on a conversation, for example, and you're going to hear someone far away saying your name. You're going to be able to catch that, and you're going to respond, even if you're going to say, "Who called me?" Right? Number two is if at the same party, let's say, your partner is flirting with somebody else, doesn't matter how engaged you are in the conversation, you're probably going to be able to pick that up in the corner of your eye. And this is because your bouncer, so your reticular activation system, is going to allow you to get this information in. Number three is if you're in danger. So if there's something coming towards you with power, with a lot of noise, you're going to be able to zone out from whatever conversation you were in and protect yourself. This is an instinct. And number four, and it's where I want to draw your attention, is whatever you tell your brain, it's important. And you do this by the repetition of thoughts that you insert in your brain. So by telling your brain something is important to you, it's going to show you more opportunities of that. So for example, if you say, "I'm never good at this," your brain is going to think, this is really important, so let me bring this into focus. And every time that you're going to have an opportunity to say that you're not good at this, it's just going to flash stronger at you. So that's why it's really important what you're programming in your brain. An example is probably you know this as well. When you learn a new word, all of a sudden everyone around you uses that word. Or if you buy a new car, all of a sudden you get to see more and more of that car. And why is that? The reason for this is that the bouncer, so the reticular activation system, because you've repeated that and you've had more focus on it, thinks it's important to you. Therefore, it shows you more opportunities of that in the world. Okay, so let me tell you how you can use this reticular activation system to beat your negativity bias, right? So we know that we can program what our brain is going to see. So last week we talked about strengths, and you also had a link for trying a free profile for a strengths profile, which is a provider that I absolutely adore. But again, you can use other providers as well if you want to. And hopefully you already have your report. And one of the things that we want to do now is put theory into practice. And we want to have a look at your report. We want to have a look at the strengths that you have, and we want to bring them to life. So we want to tell our reticular activation system that these strengths are important to us. So every time that we're going to be able to do them, we are going to be able to see them come to life. Next week, I'm going to go into debriefing a strengths profile. So you're going to be able to know how to self-coach yourself, or you can get in touch with me and I'm more than happy to help you do this. I'm Roxana Cardos, and I'll see you next week for another dosage of ADHD knowledge.